When we talked about our forever home, it was never really a question of whether we would buy or build. But there was a lot of questions still to be answered about where's the land, how do we do it, and what will be like the largest decision that we ever made. My name is Michael McClellan, and this is Connie McClellan. We built the Southfork with the Alvin, Texas, America's Home Place office. Well, and when we bought our first house, we spent the whole time we lived in it, almost 10 years, talking about, well, if we would have built it, we would have done this, we would have changed this, done this differently.
I think that that's a lot of the reason why we decided to build too, is because we could do what we needed to do to make it work for us.
We didn't really have a for sure area picked out, but we always talked about 2 to 5 acres, and we saw this property for sale, and we drove out here, and we were really on the fence until we saw the deer. And then we saw the deer running through the yard. That's when we were like, yeah, this is it. One day we'll be sitting on the front porch watching these deer run across the pasture, and that's somewhere I could really see myself being.
Maybe grandkids too someday.
Maybe. The way that I found America's Home Place was I always thought about a house that had big windows, had a huge open floor plan, great space for entertaining. And the picture of the Southfork just popped up in my Facebook newsfeed one day. I'd never heard of America's Home Place, so I thought the name sounded really cool.
I saw the floor plan and he sent it to me, and I was like, we're building this house. They just made us feel welcomed. Like I said, they felt like family, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Couple things that I have in this house that I wish I'd always had, and one thing is the shower. We actually took what was supposed to be his and hers closets, and we converted one of the closets into about an 8-foot by 10-foot shower. That is probably the best way to start your day, have all the room that you need. And that's one of my favorite parts of the house.
My favorite part is the laundry room. We actually extended the laundry room a little bit bigger, and we put in countertops and a sink.
In the kitchen, we actually bought a farmhouse sink, and we asked America's Home Place, hey, we found the sink we want. Can we buy the sink and you put it in? And they said, absolutely, no problem. And I really think that is something that makes America's Home Place above all of the competition, is the fact that they really want to make sure that they put out a quality product and that customers are happy with what they provide.
A 1000% I would recommend America's Home Place. Tracy was spot on with communication. He would respond to text messages in the middle of the day. And we weren't the only people that he was dealing with, but he always made us feel we were important.
He always made us feel like we were the only house that he was building. We never ended a day without an answer. With Lowell, he helped us every step of the way, and without Lowell's assistance and guidance, this house would have never been built.
The Alvin team definitely settled that for us. They made us feel comfortable, and we trusted them.
It's a big deal. It's the toughest decision you ever make, but at the same time, it's the greatest decision we ever made.
Absolutely.